Welcome, glad to have you back. Today we are going to have a look at the struggle of combat. And let's get out a few things beforehand, before we actually going to have a look at the game and where I give you my honest opinion at the end of the video. So the struggle of combat. I got the privilege to be contacted by the developer, and he gave me a key in a very, very basic mail. They're like very friendly, but like no additional screenshots, no press kit or anything. And just here's the key, here's the link to the game. And frankly, I was kind of close to ignoring that because that was a little bit too basic of a mail. That sounds super arrogant, doesn't it? Maybe it is. I'm sorry. But then I looked at the Steam page and got intrigued because this reminded me, honestly, on these, well, for me in the older times, on like the Flash game times. I think for many people it's like the new ground. For me it actually used to be armorgames.com, where I played a lot of interesting Flash games. And frankly, from the visuals, this kind of seemed the same. And as we can tell right from here, this game is apparently being made in a 4:3 aspect ratio, or I'm having trouble. Because, well, I actually playing this on my second monitor. So if you wonder why I might even sound a little bit different to my other videos, it's actually because I can only play this game in full screen on my second monitor to the left one, which is not my main monitor. So I'm kind of stretching my neck here, sitting a little bit different, because at my main monitor, I can't, even if I click full screen on the options menu, it doesn't really go full screen. It is still a very small window, which is unfortunate. Also, another thing is, I never noticed this before. If I hit B here to get back, I'm playing this with the controller. There's no back button from the in-game menu, which is not a problem. You can just hit back to the menu, but it's noticeable. And that just shows me how used I've gotten in so many games in the options menu to just go like hit the B button, for example, on a controller to go back. But this is also a thing I want to point out. I have played this game a single round, so there's a reason why I decided to showcase this game to you guys, and I hope I can do this, and at the end we're all a little bit more intrigued. What the developer pretty much nailed is the transition between keyboard and mouse and gamepad. In the game, in the menu, it is just fluently working, and frankly, usually I'm surprised by how many bigger games and obviously games with a lot more budget don't really manage to pull that up seamlessly. I know it's not easy to have like controller setups. There's a lot that needs to be kept in mind, but this is something also in the game. When you switch, the game automatically detects if you have a controller put on and shows you the appropriate prompt and keyboard and mouse, and I highly appreciate that. That is very well done. But yeah, I'm playing on my second monitor right now in full screen. We have, unfortunately, the black bars to the left and right. Maybe it's setup specific, but I would guess that is just how the game is being made. So it has definitely an older look, and this is why I went back to this Flash game comparison. But that's also why I want to showcase this, because Flash game doesn't mean bad game. It just at best means maybe lower budget game, because this is an interesting game. And I think what this game has to offer is very engaging gameplay. But how about instead of just talking, I show you. Let's hit new game and see what happens in the struggle of combat. So first off, we can choose a character. Usually you start off with the police guy. I managed on my first run to unlock the sheriff and the miner. So, and they have different bonuses, because this is essentially, I should have started with this, right? What is the struggle of combat? The struggle of combat is a 2D side-scrolling roguelike game, essentially, where there's also some story, because we are a prison guard, or we are working for a prison, or at least in a prison there was an escape, and now we are out there to recollect, to re-imprison all these escaped criminals. And for that, we at first start off with the police guy. He has a character-specific bonus, then an ability bonus, and then a character-specific starting weapon. The police guy is a coffee addict. Bosses have 100% fruit to drop chance to drop coffee with increased healing. So fruits are essentially just tiny medkits. If we pick up some fruits, that is going to restore some HP. And a coffee, I think it was either increase your attack power or attack speed or something like that. Also a flashbang ability, stuns nearby enemies for 2.5 seconds and starts with a machine gun. This game offers a lot of very interesting weapons. There's also weapon leveling and some very quirky weapons, which I hope I can showcase that to you. And my last run, my favorite weapon was actually a cactus launcher, which threw like 3 to 5 cactuses, the spiky cactuses towards the enemy, dealt damage, and then they remained on the ground. So even if I didn't quite hit, the enemies later walked into them and that still dealt damage. So there's interesting weapons here, and I really hope I could show you guys that as well. We also have the sheriff bonus. He has a whip, which has increased melee damage, because, well, we have our ranged weapons, where we can... Oh, I accidentally picked him. I didn't mean to press the button. That's on me. In the desert, there was a prison. Let's see the intro. Totally intended, and not me being an idiot pressing the A button when I wanted to. So we have increased attacks range. I don't know what else the sheriff does, because that's on me. Where all of the worst criminals were kept in cells. But then, suddenly... Missiles crashed into prison. Kaboosh. What is going on? Also, just the art style reminds me so much on these good old Newgrounds-esque games. I have a certain nostalgia for that time, for those kinds of games. Oh no, all of the worst criminals have escaped. There we go, it's a pirate, it's a ninja, and it's of course a giant cowboy cactus. So the enemy design is also very interesting. We must recapture those criminals, and whoever's responsible for this attack. Let's get our weapon, and go out there and hunt them. And there we go. This is where we start. Now I am the sheriff. Let's actually see. Can I hit a button? We have a grappling hook. No, that was my B attack. Can I look up what the sheriff can? Because I'm an idiot and pressed the wrong button. But regardless, this game also does something that is usually different in these games. Because in a lot of games, I criticize that you can't really read in time all the text in the intro cinematics. Here it's kind of the opposite. You have maybe even a bit too much time between these sentences, and then you kind of wait awkwardly. But hey, at least you have enough time to read this. Also, you can see here, there's some struggle. I haven't quite figured out what that is. That seems to be an additional difficulty modifier. And right now we only have the first difficulty normal, 1 level restart for each zone, and we can unlock more. The more we play, the more we unlock. The more we do character and run specific things. There's also the meta, which is locked. So we have some controls, which I think the game is going to show us in a second. There's this guy. Seems like he's going to offer us a rifle if we do something specific. I haven't done that yet. So maybe on later runs we could get the rifle. Yeah. Okay, I have my whip. Luckily to the sheriff, we have more range on this. And this is also, at the start on your first run, these cells are all empty. You can tell I managed to defeat the first 2 bosses. There's cactus, cowboy cactus, and this miner guy. And then I kind of screwed up. Alright, let's see. Can I press buttons already? I can. But maybe because this is my second run, we don't get the prompts anymore. Yeah, so I have to figure out how the controls work. But that's fine. I just need... Okay, to press the right buttons. There we go. And again, very simple. Oh, yeah, okay. But interesting gameplay, because, yeah, if you destroy a cactus, they are also going to leave a cactus ball on the ground. And if you walk in, you gain some damage. This is exactly what I meant. So, first off, I know I can change the controls a bit. We can also reload if I press a button. So I want to... As I'm playing with the controller, is that the thing? Yeah, now I can aim a little bit different, which I think is a bit better here. Oh, there we go. Okay, shoot this guy. We have our weapon again. The ranged weapon, which we can switch between. We have our melee weapon. We can reload. And we start off with a level 1 revolver. I just want to find out B is our ability. Okay, now I think I'm finally ready to go. Sorry that it took me a while. And then we're gonna go from left to right. Don't walk into this. Don't get damage. And defeat, different enemies. Oh god, I'm so bad at aiming. That is embarrassing. Oh. Give me this, please. I want to eat this. Come on. I'm just gonna whip you. And later on, we can also buy and find certain items and certain weapons where we can essentially customize our runs with certain abilities. So I'm kind of hoping that I get a lot from melee things, because right now I'm very bad at aiming, and we have this increased melee range, which I think is pretty cool. Also, yeah, you can also deflect bullets with your melee attack, which is freaking awesome. So this game has this approach of easy to learn and hard to master, which I usually really like. There's definitely a lot of thought put behind the general gameplay. And I think this is, to wrap it up already for my final impression at the end of the video, I think this is the biggest strength of the game, and like the thing I think is the one that might hook you in. Because it's not necessarily the visuals, I would dare to say. They are sufficient, but it looks like this has been made in paint. And I wouldn't be surprised if it hasn't. I don't mean this as an insult. I wouldn't be surprised if this has literally been made in paint. But the gameplay, you can deflect bullets. There's thought put behind this. And that's the intriguing thing. And you can probably make a lot of very interesting builds during the different, by the different characters you can pick up. And of course, I'm not paying attention. This revolver sucks. I'm gonna be honest, this is not my favorite weapon, this revolver. We gotta find something better, which we will soon. I'm sure of that. Well, not if I manage to screw up. Might actually be better to play this with a keyboard and mouse, but frankly, as I'm playing on my second monitor again, this might also be why my skill isn't really that good right now. I'm really sitting in a very awkward position right now. There's the first boss already. And I can't really play with a keyboard and mouse, because I can't play that on my main monitor, unfortunately. And I've lost my train of thought, because I really don't want to lose right now. Let's just shoot. Haha! Deflect this. Oh, I'm gonna have you on my lasso. I think we're dealing a bonus damage if we have him there. There we go. But this worked. Okay, and we've got a grenade launcher. That's awesome. Let's get this. This can only be better than the revolver. I don't like the revolver. I'm not good with the revolver. Okay, there we go. We also like the sound of these enemies. But yeah, the overall gameplay, that's where a lot of thought is being put into. And again, you can make probably a lot of interesting builds by the items you find, by the items you buy, and really make this challenging. And that's the big appeal, I think. But yeah, that is already, I think, my final impression that I'm gonna usually would bring you at the end of this video. Okay, hold A to enter. Would be nice if there was an indicator, like a circle that runs full, but that's just a minor thing. So we are in a challenge room, and this is last time we got this freaking amazing launcher, like, there we go. The cactus launcher the last time. Really like this whip, I have to admit. Give me the food, please. Gonna parry this. And I love this, that with the melee attack you can essentially parry bullets. That's a very interesting idea. The controls are also like, there might be a dedicated jump button, but I found just using it on your... I'm actually using the stick, not even the D-pad. Maybe the D-pad would be a better idea. Oh, another grenade launcher! The question is, maybe this grenade launcher is on a higher level than ours. No, but hey, it has full ammo. That's reason enough to pick it right now. There we go! Oh god, eat the apple! I am not good. Luckily, at least our melee attack can reach through the walls. So that's also something you kind of have to keep in mind. Okay, how do I switch weapons again? Why? At least it's level 2 revolver. Give me the apple. Shoot! Wee! Also, again, for a moment, we have to keep in mind that if we destroy a cactus, that it's gonna be essentially they're leaving a mine behind that deals damage to us. Oh, man. No, switch to the weapon! Oh, man, I don't want to lose here. That would be embarrassing. Didn't the last time I did this. Oh, no, it's a cowboy. And there's this guy. And they're also kind of fighting each other, but they're also not. I have the worst weapon set up for this. How am I supposed to... Yeah, there we go. We lost. No, I wanted to show you guys some cool weapons. Okay, we have a retry. Oh no, okay, because I lost in the challenge run and it's we do have a retry, yeah. Okay, so this essentially set us back to the end of the first level. And I can spend one of the goals I found to get a permanent upgrade. Okay, it's not all lost yet. Ability Watch. Reduces ability cooldown by 30%. Deal collision damage to enemies. Take no collision damage if enemy dies to cactus skin. Interesting. Increases jump height by 50%. Also sounds cool. I'm actually going to take the cactus skin. Would be nice if that would be like a visual effect would be applied to us. Unfortunately, we don't have this cactus key. Not sure what we need to do to spawn that, but that would be probably cool to get. Okay, because cactus skin kind of works with our... I really want to focus on our whip. I think... missed the challenge run. I actually did that the last time. Also, shuriken. I have found some in my last run. These are freaking cool, actually. Because they deal a lot of damage, and there we go. Oh, man, finally a good weapon. The Granite Launcher is okay. The revolver just sucks, frankly. But... that's also the appeal. You can really have weapons that fit your playstyle and that you like. And for me, it's definitely the shuriken, for example. And the freaking cactus launcher, which we gain. Machine gun is fine. Level 2. Let's go with that. Okay, let's move on. Let's at least try to get to the third boss. Or at least the second one. I already lost on the challenge run. But at my first attempt, I actually played in the small window on my main PC. So I'm gonna attribute that to, of course, I'm talking right now, but also that, of course, I playing this on the second monitor. Oh man, I hit like one bullet out of 20 there. It's fine. Didn't take damage. Let's move on. Okay, the shuriken. There we go. I wonder if we can actually, like, deflect these throwing bombs with our melee weapon. Let's actually try this out for a second. You throw? I didn't hit it there. Wait, I want to wait again. Please throw this. Whoa, I'm so bad at hitting this. Okay, we can't. But at least I tried. Would be surprised if that would have worked, actually. That's the cool thing. So, for such a simple idea... Oh, okay. Whoa, you have that too. That's not cool, dude. Feel my whip. The whip of doom. And shuriken. Okay, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you. There we go. Alright. Step by step, we're making progress. Oh man, missed like with... Oh! Yeah, machine gun. Oh man, I'm so bad at aiming. There we go. Reload. Oh, that's the boss already. Oh, that's pretty bad, actually. Let's get rid of this guy first. Gonna try to get my... Oh! Shuriken! I know what, sure. The lasso isn't quite my style. I have it, but with the police, with a 2.5 second stun, it was pretty better for my playstyle. There we go. At least no distractions left. Huh! Okay. There we go. But that's why you have a lot of character selection, right? You can play the one and try the ones you are the most comfortable with. Okay. Can't lose this. There we go. Oh, rocket launcher. That's level 3. Let's see how this is gonna work. Does this deal damage to me? I have to try now. Yep, okay. Don't get into the explosion. You keep hurting yourself. Well, at least we know now. Okay, get up here. Jump, jump. Is this another challenge? Yeah. Frankly, I don't think I'm good enough right now to try this out. Oh, let's reload the rocket launcher. I would like to switch to my shuriken again, which also needs to be reloaded somehow. Okay. Oh, great. I'm so bad at dodging. I don't know why I just shot my lasso there. Okay, move on. Oh, yes. Okay, we have 2 gold at least. We could choose... Also, the different upgrades are definitely interesting as well. It's not pure, like, you deal 10% more damage. There's a lot of very interesting upgrades, and I like that. I hate it when games do, like, 10% here, 5% here. No, give me something interesting, like melee attacks reflect enemy projectiles now instead of blocking them. Baseball bat, pretty cool. Gun magnet increases weapon drop turns by 100%. Magnetic force pulls weapon to player, also cool. Vulture wings reduces falling speed when jump button is pressed, also cool. But yeah, definitely the baseball bat. So now we have another reason to really whip all the enemies. So this is why I lost last time in this area. Because nature is not a friend. Nature is the enemy. I wonder if they can still dodge at us if I have them in my... God, I'm so bad at hitting them. There we go. One all down. Screw you, nature! Nature also was imprisoned, but they escaped. Let's see if I can deflect the arrows. Huh! Well, I can also just whoop them. Okay, I would like to try that. There we go. I think I did. Freaking wolf! There we go. Did it. Move on. Nature and Robin Hoods and the wolves. There we go. Oh, there we go. Let me move on. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see if we can get to the boss. I would be happy if we... God, deflect! Oh, that feels very satisfying. This deflection ability. I almost wonder if that shouldn't be a base ability, but it's probably too powerful. Let's see, I'm gonna lasso you. I'm just gonna hit you. I think if they are lassoed, we deal like 20 or 25% more damage or something like that. And it's kinda restricting them, maybe? Yeah, they're not dashing at us while they are in the lasso, so I really want to keep that in mind. There we go. Oh, reload the shuriken. Oh, whoa! Oh, almost got me there, I have to admit that. Feel the power of the whip! You gotta whip the doggy. Oh, what's down there? Maybe it's just aesthetics. Okay, machine gun, probably a higher level. Sure, I'm not really using the rocket launch, am I? Machine gun level 4, sure. Only 20 bullets, I think the last one had like 24 or so. Still prefer... Nah, it is... Okay, damage. Oh, almost! Oh, deflect! Oh, that feels so good. I really like deflecting. I think I still prefer the shuriken. Because the single... hit damage is just so good, but of course there's a lot of reloading. Oh, that is so cool. Ha! No! Let me... Oh, I can't lasso him anymore. There we go. This works. Nah, maybe level 2 shuriken isn't good enough anymore. Okay, go, go. There we go. Oh! That's probably the boss. He threw stuff. Stop throwing bad traps at us. Oh, that's pretty good. Kinda sad that I couldn't really show you guys the cool weapons. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a weapon that shoots bear traps, honestly. Oh, great. Gotta be careful now. Let him throw. Let him throw. That's fine. I'm gonna deflect this. There we go. Awesome. We got this. Deflect! Oh, good job. Good job, me. Ha! Lasso! Bad doggy. Bad! Well, this is how I train my dogs as well. Oh, no, I don't. I don't know why I said this. I never meant this. Be nice to your doggies. Okay, we still somehow managed to defeat this boss. That is very nice. It's probably, if you know what to do, it's not that harsh, but again, consider my circumstances. Oh no! Thought the other was enough. We have only 2 HP. Guess we won't get that far. Lasso! Whoop! Be a good doggy! Yeah, be a good doggy and stay down. Alright, move on. Let's see, is this already the end of the level? Give me an upgrade. Yes, please, cool. Well, let's show. Suspicious Mushroom, we have 1 gold. Gain 10 to 100% increased melee attack speed based on your missing health. Ooh! Increase your maximum health by 30%, reduces ability. I mean, Suspicious Mushroom is essentially... I guess because we are at 2 HP, that is why it's so increased right now. That's pretty cool. I really like the whip. Ooh, different level design. Oh, and of course it's nature again. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the struggle of combat. It has some technical difficulties, unfortunately. It's not that... Oh, yeah, they got us. But it has engaging gameplay, I would dare to say. And you can... I always like if you have... that you have at the end of your stages, like these stats and what happens and what you did. That is definitely appreciated. Also interesting that here you have essentially a mouse button. I didn't notice this before because... well, you have both. Because you can just select it like this. or use this. That's cool as well. Yeah, it's not a very beautiful looking game, but I think there's engaging gameplay here. There's a little bit of technical difficulties. It's definitely, you can tell that this is a game developed with not too much of a budget and maybe not with too much experience, but also that thought has been put into this game. And again, there's many more interesting weapons. I couldn't really show you this. The link, as always, is down in the description to this game. Give it a shot at the screenshots and give it a shot at the trailer, because there's a lot of very engaging weapons. There is engaging gameplay, I think. There's cool upgradable things. You can make very interesting runs. At least I think you can. That's the feeling I get. That's what I'm convinced of. Like now, I could make a cool melee weapon build. And I think that's the biggest gripe of the struggle of combat. There is a thought and heart put into the core gameplay. And I think this can appeal to some people out there. But that is just my opinion. That's my impression of having now played essentially only 2 runs of the struggle of combat. Ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what you think of the struggle of combat, what you think of my presentation. Please give me feedback on that as well. That would be highly appreciated. And as always, please consider sharing this video somewhere and stay awesome. And we're gonna see each other right over there at the next video, right? Thanks so much for watching, truly. Stay awesome and bye-bye.